to the final race in Vegas next week.
And Villemin has done that. 4 wins in Supercross this season with a 22-year-old from Marseille, France. They call him the Cobra.
Look at that focus.
In the eyes of Jeremy McGrath, the 6-time Supercross champion. Here we go with the 250s.
A great jump by McGrath, and he closes everyone off on the inside. That's Carmichael, number 4, down. He's going to have to come from last.
But it's Jeremy McGrath who gets out of the gate first, just ahead of number 14, Kevin Windham. So the Yahoo hole shot won by Jeremy McGrath. He picks up some cash for getting out of the gate first.
And if you look back through the pack right there, you have to go a long ways back, middle of the pack, maybe even farther to find David Villemin. So a big bonus for McGrath. All he's got to do is ride smart. He should be able to take this title tonight.
Where is 934? David Villemin still searching for him. There he is.
Not the kind of start he was hoping for. He's going to have to double that triple right there. He's going to lose even more time. So while he's trying to work his way through traffic, I don't care how good he is, there's no way he's going to be able to match the pace of the leaders out front. He's already quite a ways behind on the track. He's going to lose even more time if he can eventually find his way into third.
No one could have imagined David Villemin starting in 17th place here in his main event for the 250.
That just shows how important it is to get over that gate. Get a great reaction. Villemin is working his way through the pack, but it's just taken so much time to weed his way through. By the time he can get a look at either of these guys, Jeremy or Windham, they're going to be a long ways up the track.
Let's go back to the start and see what happened and how McGrath got the lead. The troubles for Villemin.
Well, McGrath is coming right there from the left of your screen. He just aims to the inside. Villemin was all the way to the inside. He's right there, tucked to the inside. He had to stop. Carmichael went down right in front of him. He had to go all the way around the tough block. Tough break.
And here's a real-time look at the start. Heat lost number 33 in our helmet cam.
You see McGrath right to the inside. He didn't give any room to the riders to the inside of him. Controlled that start, controlled the first corner, and he's still controlling the race. Great start for Heath Voss with our helmet cam.
And a look at how physical this can be and how you've got to be in great shape to do this. The 15th event of a 16-race season, and those 16 races coming in a span of just 18 weeks.
No, it really wears on these guys to be able to travel around, to continue the kind of training they need to do during the week, to maintain this sort of form during the races. And McGrath is getting a lot of pressure right now from Kevin Windham. I talked about Kevin being able to ride well on the slick surface. Probably the best in the business at throttle control and delivering that power smooth so he doesn't get any wheel spin.
Windham staying right with McGrath. And Kevin Windham in a battle for 4th place overall in terms of the series points. Just 4 points ahead of Ricky Carmichael for that 4th spot to start this race.
This will help him lock that down because Carmichael went down the first corner. Even if he's able to put in a fine ride, for him to get inside the top 5 would just about take a miracle. So it's going to be a big boost in the points for Kevin to hold down that spot over Carmichael.
So no surprise, McGrath in the lead, but Windham right on his wheel, and Villemin well behind with a lot of work to do. Back with more in a moment. The action continues here in Joliet, Illinois, suburban Chicago, the 250 race with the man who has dominated Supercross since 1993, Jeremy McGrath in the lead.
He just reaches up right there, pulls off a tearaway. You see Kevin Windham right there, number 14, starting to lose a little bit of ground. He's matched Jeremy's pace, actually closed the door. They closed in on him right there. Jeremy has shut the door. Now he's starting to lose that time. Jeremy is so patient at knowing that all he's got to do is just gain a few feet here, a few feet there until he finally breaks through spirit.
Meanwhile, the battle for 4th place is a good one. So Larry Ward in 3rd place, Tortelli and LaRocco. Numbers 21 and 5. There's Tortelli just ahead of Mike LaRocco.
Villemin doing an unbelievable job to catch these guys who were running up front pretty much from the beginning. Villemin having to come from last after that first turn incident. He's caught these guys. That gives you an idea how fast Villemin is going. He's out there turning 110 lap times, the same as McGrath out front in traffic.
Tortelli, LaRocco, and then Villeman, number 934. He was in 17th place at one point, and now he's worked his way all the way back to 6th. Sebastian Tortelli, another Frenchman.
Larry Ward just ahead of this battle, having the race of his season. He's had a horrible, probably the worst year of his career. Just having a tough time with injuries to start the season. A couple of more injuries after the first few rounds. He's had a tough time finding his pace, but he's found it here. Look at the lineup behind him. Tortelli, then LaRocco, then Villeman. These guys mean business, and they've been able to beat Larry all year long. So it's going to be really something if he can hold them off.
David Villeman, his first full season racing here in America. What an impact he's made. And you've got to say he's been the surprise of the season.
Well, it's just unbelievable to think that a guy can come over here in his first full season in the U.S. on a 250 and finish in the top 3 11 times, win 4 events, twice, taking it to McGrath, beating him fair and square, passing him late in the race. Surprised everybody, and this guy is for real. Don't let that number 934 fool you.
No fluke. He was the 99 World Supercross champion. Here's a look at Larry Ward, one of the veterans out here, the 30-year-old originally from Everett, Washington.
Tortelli doing everything he can. He's got the inside heading to this corner. Should be able to get it. Larry doing a fine job of shutting the door. The experience of Larry Ward paying off right here, knowing exactly where to go to hold his position.
What's that feel like, knowing that Tortelli is right there on your wheel, looking to pass you at every turn, and now he's done so?
Puts the pressure on. It forces you to ride their race. You hear these guys all the time talking about, well, it's going to be important to go out there, get a good start, ride my own race. And you got guys breathing down your neck like Tortelli and now LaRocco. It's tough not to pay attention to those guys. Usually what happens, as soon as you get passed by one, it throws you out of your concentration, and they all get by. That's what's starting to happen now to Ward.
Mike LaRocco is now past Larry Ward, too. So LaRocco right behind Sebastian Tortelli, but it's Jeremy McGrath who is still your leader, going for his 7th title in the last 8 years. Welcome back. The 250 race continues just outside of Chicago. It has been all showtime so far. Jeremy McGrath riding his way to what surely will be another title, the 7th Supercross title for McGrath. Meanwhile, his closest competitor overall in the standings has had a difficult evening, but an impressive one in terms of trying to work himself back near the lead, at least, David.
And there he is, David Villeman, number 934, coming all the way back to 3rd after getting involved in the first turn incident that pretty much put him back in about 19th place. He's carved his way all the way to 3rd, but it wasn't easy to work his way around Mike LaRocco and David Villeman. This is what happens. He had already passed LaRocco, number 5. He goes off the edge of the racetrack there, corrects it, and watch the composure right here. LaRocco gets him back. Villeman, the Cobra, strikes back to the inside, makes the pass again, catches LaRocco off guard, so gives him a little bump. A little while later, he was able to make the pass into 2nd over Tortelli. Right after that little altercation, this guy has got incredible composure, and he's now erased a 7-second deficit on 2nd place rider Kevin Windham. He has a shot at 2nd. This guy is amazing. Probably running faster lap times than Jeremy McGrath. As a matter of fact, he is, at last lap, the fastest of the night, 108 to McGrath's 110. So Villeman, it's just too bad he couldn't get a start. He may have been able to take this championship to the final round.
Right on the heels of Windham right now, and Villeman on more than one occasion this season has been able to do what most people said could not be done, and that is catch Jeremy McGrath in a race. However, that would be asking the impossible tonight with the start that he experienced.
He's not that far behind, and I'll tell you what impresses me is that McGrath went down earlier this season in Dallas. He crashed in the first turn, got up and got 4th. Everyone thought, boy, what a ride that was. Villeman pretty much had the same thing happen. He has come back and he has a shot at 2nd place on a track he's riding the same. It's been a little bit more difficult to pass.
Meanwhile, Jeremy McGrath just continues to dominate and enjoy himself. 28-year-old from Menifee, California. He has been amazing. The battle for 2nd place. Windham just ahead of David Villeman.
This is the kind of pressure that Villeman puts on you. And when you consider where he's come from, Kevin was looking, he had a chance at the lead. He was right there running with McGrath for the first 6 or 7 laps. he put it so much distance on the rest of the field, he probably put it into cruise mode. Figured, well, I can't catch McGrath, but I can get second. He probably backed it off a little bit. You can't afford to do that with David Villemin in the race. This guy never gives up. He gets stronger and stronger as the race continues, and here we're looking at a perfect example again.
Wyndham has to be happy with what's taken place so far. We mentioned earlier the battle for 4th place overall in the standings. Ricky Carmichael. Carmichael is down in 8th place right now. And there's the white flag, 1 lap to go from McGrath.
This guy's just been flawless. You know, I have a hunch that he didn't ride that much this week. I was with him Wednesday. He was supposed to ride that day. He didn't. He traveled here to Chicago on Thursday. I don't think he had a chance to ride that day. So the guy came in here a little bit stale, and he's just pulled it out again.
The battle for 2nd place. Wyndham still ending off David Villemin.
Villemin's got an opportunity in this corner coming up. You can see him, he's placed to the inside. Kevin covered it.
Villemin looking to make that pass.
Bumps him a little bit right there. Kevin's got to feel it. The crowd's into it.
Well, the wrenchhead.com Super Fund is one that includes 4 races. This is the final race in that series. Jeremy McGrath has won all 3 to this point, and he will pick up another $20,000 with the win here.
He has slowed his pace. He's only 4 seconds ahead of Villemin, by the reaction of the crowd, I'm assuming moved into 2nd.
McGrath the king once again for the 7th time in Supercross. And there is Villemin ahead of Wyndham, so it's David Villemin who grabs the 2nd place spot.
There's McGrath's mother on the left, his sister, and on the right, Kim, his girlfriend. They've got to be happy. Larry Brooks, his friend and team manager. What another year for Chaparral.
Nothing new for Jeremy McGrath. Again, the overall champion. He told us, though, it never gets old. We'll be back to have a word with McGrath after this.